Yeah, what's going on, folks? How's it going? It's Saturday afternoon. I don't normally do Saturday afternoons, but I have the day off because I have a number of things going on today, and one of them I will be guesting on a show here on YouTube at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is what 8 p.m. UK time, Central Mass Paranormal Society's happy hour, Saturday happy hour. I guess whatever it is. I'll put the link for those of you who would like to come over and say hi and yeah. So subscribe if you can. Like I said, I'll be over there at 3, and I think it runs for about an hour. Excuse me, about an hour. Let me just get the link here. Yeah, roughly about an hour. I think the show, hour and a half, give or take. Where the heck is it? Oh yeah, of course. When you want the link, you can never find it. It's there. I know it's there. Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. And yeah, okay. So here's the direct link for the show. Do subscribe, and pop in and say hi. Say hi again. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this afternoon, which is 8 p.m. UK time. So yeah, pop in and say hi. It'll be my first time on that show. I've never been on that show before. I mean, I've watched the show before. I've never been a guest on the show, so it should be pretty interesting. And then, tonight we have our very first Nocturnal Frequency, radio's first nocturnal gathering. This year, the first time it was short notice. Yeah, but this year for the very first time, we're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the society that I created back in 2005, Southern Ontario Paranormal Society. And of course, I'm sure Alex and I will do somewhat of a little bit of a live. Hey, Tom, how are you? We might do a little bit of a live on location for you guys that might want to check it out. That is around 6:30. I don't know when we'll do a live. I'm sure we will do a live for a short period of time there on location. Again, this is something that Alex and I will probably do every year, like an annual yearly thing. And it will obviously be better organized for next year. But this year is the first one in the books. And again, we're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of Ontario. Oh my God, Southern Ontario Paranormal Society. Their 20th anniversary. Our 20th anniversary of investigating and researching the paranormal aspects of life, the unique, and it's not, the goal has never been about looking for ghosts. That's never been the 20 years. Yeah, it's flown by, man. It's just insane how quick 20 years have gone by. But the goal was never to look for ghosts. It was to explain the explainable and to get that out of the way and look at that little percentage of strangeness that science can't explain, that science hasn't have a clue about yet. Not saying that within time science will be able to explain it, and probably will, but currently it's not within the means of explanation through science, right? So I mean, that's the way we've always looked at the paranormal. And I mean, we've been all over Canada and all over the U.S. We've been to many places in the U.S. Um, oh God, places like Waverly Hills Sanitarium, Rolling Hills Asylum, St. Augustine Lighthouse in Florida, um, Iron Island Museum, and just outside of downtown Buffalo, New York. Let's see, the Shanley Hotel in upstate New York. Again, we were there when Sal was still alive, the owner of it. And it's unfortunately has passed away since. But hey Michael, how are you? So yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a ride. A lot of really cool places that we've been to, and it's funny. Obviously a lot of smaller places, and the Spruce Lane Farmhouse, and so on and so on. And it's funny because people will tell you, this place is crazy. It's full of ghosts and just insane. And I have to be honest, like I've been to some, pretty, paranormal hotspots and have never really been blown away. Never, not once have I ever been blown away by some of these paranormal Disney lands, if you will. I mean, we visited, and I keep going back to Waverly Hills, and yeah, he sounded like Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy, Ren and Stimpy. It's Waverly Hills, and we went down there. I think it was 2007. Yeah, 2007 we went down there. Before it became, the place to go at, and it was just kind of revving up, and people were like, oh, I got to go to this place. And I known about Waverly for years, because of Keith Age and the work he had done there before he had moved on. So we had set up something with somebody I knew working security at the facility. And it's a lot of these places. It's about the force feeding of information. People like to force feed you all these stories and information. Hey, Friday, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. And it really sucks. You're just there's so much front loading before you go into these places. And that's what they want. They want you to be influenced by the bullshit. Because, once you're influenced and, your mind has been exposed to crap, you're going to walk away with a pseudo experience, right? Pseudo experience. So I don't know. I'm not going to go too long. I'll go for a little bit, and if anybody wants to come up for a little bit, by all means, you're more than welcome. I'll probably go till about maybe 2 o'clock, because like I said, I will be on Central Mass Paranormal Society at 3 p.m. this afternoon. A guest on their show, so I didn't want to, but I figured I'd come on and kind of promote that for them, and of course tonight 6:30 p.m. is our first ever nocturnal gathering. So I mean, it's not huge, it's a small one. Like I said, it wasn't prep was short, so I mean, and that's fine. That's the way we wanted it. We wanted it more intimate. But like I said, I'm sure Alex and I will probably do a little bit of a live on location for those of you guys who are interested. Pop in and say hi, obviously, during that. And I will apologize because it won't be landscape. I mean, we'll probably do it from our mobile phones, whatever. So, I mean, it is what it is, but kind of give you a sense of, what's going on and, being a part of it sort of thing. But yeah, um, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me just get this back here. Um, yeah, the rains of winter. It is. It actually just before I went live, it was storming out. It was absolutely horrendous. Uh, Let me just see here, and hold on, and I'll pin that to the top. So if anybody would like to join, by all means, you're more than welcome. And sidetracked. I just put up a stupid poll because I figured why not? Do you believe in demons? I'm absolutely surprised that yes is winning. 57% are saying yes, as opposed to 43 saying no. Oh wow, okay, so the yes now is 62. Wow. I'm surprised. Come on, guys. I'm really surprised at you all. I really am. But anyways, hold on a sec here. I gotta fix my camera. It's fucked. It's driving me nuts. Hold on. Exactly, Tim. Exactly. Hold on a sec, guys. I must fix this. Hold on. It's driving me nuts. Okay, I don't know what the hell that was all about. Anyways, I'm back. Um, so I don't know why that stopped. Hold on a sec. Okay. All right, just hold on a sec here. All right. Anyways, okay. So I'm just reading the chat here. Demons are not real. Ghosts through who knows. Ghosts though, who knows. I have no doubt being that matches the description of a demon exists is another reality. Assuming, all right, infinite. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, James, exactly. But yeah, I just figured I'd put that out there to see, and okay, we're at 50-50 now. We're at 50-50. Wow, 50-50 going on now. 50-50. We're at 50-50. And that's 10 votes. 10 votes so far. Yeah, so if those of you who are in chat haven't said hi, say hi. Pop in here, say hi for crying out loud. Don't be bashful. I know there's lots of people that like to lurk, but that's fine. Say hi. And once again, I will be going. I will be guesting on Central. Hey, Julie, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I will be on Central Mass Paranormal Society's. Hey, Jody Explorers, how are you? Good to see you. Their paranormal happy hour at 3 p.m. this afternoon, 8 p.m. UK time. Once again, the link. Oh my God! Now it's becoming more realistic here. 55 are saying no, 45 saying yes. Okay, so which to me seems more realistic. I mean, okay, let me just put the Central Mass link again, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Pop in this afternoon and say hi. Say hi. Dragons are more real than demons. Yeah, probably. I think they're both on the same level, to be honest. Dragons and demons. Well, no. You know what? You never know what roamed the earth years ago. You really don't. In order to answer the question, you have to make some assumptions. Well, good point, James. My assumptions are they're not real. I remember in the late 1990s, early 2000s, I was doing a lot of research on the historical sort of values of demons, the demon structures, religious and non-religious aspects of demons, and I talked to a lot of people, and I asked people, especially those who are religious, people who are devoted to a certain organized religion that has a sort of a demonic structure within its holy scriptures. And I asked them, so what are your thoughts about demons? And of course, they're there, they exist, creatures of Satan, so on and so on. And I go, so you believe? Yeah, absolutely. So do you believe in Santa Claus? No. Really? Okay. Why don't you believe in Santa? Well, it's a thing that is made up when you're a kid, and to make sure that you're good for Christmas and so on and so on. And I would say, isn't it kind of similar to demons and organized religion's sort of answer to keeping you in check, control? Seems kind of similar to me. So I mean, if you don't believe in Santa, then why do you believe in demons? Or wait a sec, is Santa a demon? Really? Satan's Santa's a demon? Or the Easter Bunny? The Tooth Fairy? The Tooth Fairy. Oh my God, you lost a tooth, you put it on your pillow, and the next morning you wake up, you got a quarter. Well, when I was a kid, it was a quarter. I don't know what you get now. Right? It's a reward. I mean, it's like, I look at my, puppy, Ozzy, and how they're food driven. And when you're training puppies, dogs, you use treats, right? I mean, isn't it kind of similar when you're sort of training kids? It's the same thing. It's no different. The same structure. Force feeding the kids, the children, these filters and making sure they follow the filters to the point where, when they're instilled and they're like, oof, they're stamped in their brains that they conduct their lives based on those teachings. Hey, Laura, how are you? Good to see you. We'll see you later, obviously. Laura? I've been pushing the Central Mass happy hour this afternoon at 3 o'clock, so I'm looking forward to that, by the way. But again, links up top if anyone wants to pop in. By all means, you're more than welcome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I always look forward to something different. I mean, of course, this will be the first time that I've been on with Susan and you, of course, with the happy hour. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, but anyway, so, and again tonight it's at 6:30 tonight. We will be having our Nocturnal Frequency Radio's first nocturnal gathering. And the very first one, we're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of Southern Ontario Paranormal Society. So a society that I created back in 2005 to network with like-minded people who thought logically about the paranormal, who would share and network ideas and findings and so on to try to understand, the paranormal. Yeah, well, it's in a spooky location. Oh, yeah, the Royal Coachman. The Royal Coachman is actually, apparently a haunted spot, but whatever. It's an English pub, English style pub, and it's, you know what? I just thought it'd be the most appropriate place in this actual sort of vicinity. And who knows how, if it goes well. Again, it's going to be more of an intimate sort of aspect sort of thing, but it is going to, kind of guide us with the second one next year. We're going to, better plan next year's, the second annual gathering. This is going to be something that Alex and I would love to do annually. And hopefully, get people who watch and listen to the show, and people in the community and whatever else, blah, 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 gathering. We used to do, not we, but somebody that we used to know years ago, used to have what he had called the gathering. And he charge, and, it was really cool. It was a really good, function event, and it would allow people. He would bring all these paranormal teams in, and people who are doing psychics doing readings, and allow people to investigate with people, and the location was a place in Hamilton, which was really cool. This is kind of different. I mean, although I'd like to, be able to sort of, hey, let's do an investigation. But I mean, you couldn't really do a proper investigation anyways. I mean, people are like, drinking and eating and, I think it's just a social gathering and a place for people to meet, and people to get to know each other. And, unfortunately this year, a lot of the people that were invited, a lot of the regulars to the nocturnal frequency universe, aren't able to make it. Because, like I said, it was kind of a short notice sort of thing. We wanted to get it out of the way and done, though. So, yeah. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Not really, Tim. I had to get a refill. But anyways, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. I don't normally do a Saturday. Don't really do a Saturday, but you know what? Like I said, I had a bit of time, and the weather's shit. I had today off. I'm off today. I usually working on a Saturday, but I took today off. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay. So the poll now, after 12 votes, is 42 say yes, 58 say no. So it seems more realistic. Who's in chat besides Tim? Anybody else? 10 lurkers. 9 lurkers. So anyways, yeah, exactly. Anyways, I, I think we're going to, like, we've been, Alex and I have been, sort of helping out with, hosting a side project here. We've done two over the past couple months called "Where Am I" with Keith Age and Scotty Rourke. But I'm, and it's kind of given us sort of a different perspective, on the paranormal. One that we've always had, but and again, it's sort of refreshing that sort of perspective. Uh, Julie, that's what I believe. Julie, what do I believe? What do I believe? Do I believe in Santa Claus? What do you mean? Seems more realistic because that's what I believe. And I have a really hard time that much of the paranormal now has been infiltrated by the money and fame aspect of things, and it has been for a while, a long time, but more so now than ever, especially in social media and YouTube and so on and so on. People who have these YouTube channels and think they're fucking celebrities. They think they're fucking celebrities, and realistically, they're not. I mean, seriously, come on. You're a content creator. You're not a celebrity. And force feeding people into believing that what you're providing is real, right? And it is tainting the overall image of what's left over of any dignity the paranormal might have. I mean, it's just absolutely ludicrous nowadays. I mean, I can't watch a lot of stuff paranormal related anymore. And you know what? I think it is kind of it's boiled over into how Alex and I kind of look at the paranormal with the show. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? I've always believed in demons. I do not believe in what the YouTubers. So, what do you believe? What about demons do you believe in then, Julie? What? Explain. What about What about demons do you believe in? And you don't believe in what these YouTubers or so-called such called demons, what they call demons and such called demons. So expand a little bit on what you mean by that, right? Expand, because you've always believed in demons. What are demons? What about demons do you believe in? Why? Oh, you don't have to. I'm just asking if you can expand on what you mean by that. It's not, you don't have to. I mean, by all means, that's up to you. But I just asked if you can expand what about demons you've always believed in. That's all. I mean, you don't have to. That's up to you. I'm just curious. Because I mean, and the reason why I'm like the way I am with demons in particular, and much of the paranormal, but demons in particular, is because of the investigations that I have carried out over the years, and with demons um, being a part of many of them, I think probably well over 100 cases over the 20 years. I've never, not once, absolutely ever encountered uh, a demon. Oh, sure, absolutely, James. Yeah, but whatever. But I have never, not once, in the many investigations that we've, you know, uh, been a part of, when there's somebody asking about demonic activity, possession, and so on, have ever, not once, been demon related. Never, never. It's always been explained, explainable, always. Always. And yeah, I think a lot of people, I don't think, I know a lot of people use the word demonic or demon as a fortune, sort of fortune, you know, hunting. Do we have well, you know what? I think when people look at the paranormal here in the West, especially in the Western world, James, demon is derivative from what you know Scripture may say what they are, and just like the Holy Ghost and so on and so on. I mean, these pictures are painted like the Holy Ghost or the a ghost in particular. Same thing, ghost, demon. I mean, are such an archaic sort of terminology now. I think it's just ghosts. What are fucking ghosts? I mean, people will say, well, ghosts are images or dead loved ones returning. But are they? I mean, seriously. I've never experienced a demon, so I can't say yes or no. No, I mean, I can say no because I've never experienced a demon in over, like I said, over 20 years, with the amount of investigations. And, it's, I mean, I know, people, we've had many people on the show that will, say otherwise, and that's fine. I mean, it is up to your perception. I mean, you look at somebody like Richard Palmisano who will swear that demons do exist. You know, but I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with how people look at the paranormal, and a lot of people here in the Western world look at it from a sort of a traditional religious sort of view. So you can only say yes to what you have experienced. No, Julia, like I've said, I have dove deep for many years into the metaphysical world to find answers, to understand the non physical world as best as possible. And humans look at the world in a tangible sort of aspect. It has to be physical. So when you look at demons, most people say, well, they have this sort of physical sort of structure as to what they think they look like or what they might be. Hey, Ween, how are you? Rightfully so, Wayne. Yep. But I mean, even in the metaphysical sort of world, you know, the unseen world, really. I mean, the non physical world that most people will totally fucking negate and have no clue about, where a lot of, say, the paranormal is more explained, but to a certain extent, not, but I just don't, yeah. I've looked. Hey, look it. If there's demons, where the fuck are they? Come on. I've opened my fucking being to encounter a demon or some sort of demonic sort of fucking uh entity, if you will. You feeling okay, man? Are you talking to me, Tom? uh I just don't understand, no matter what. It's not just, experienced on what level, the physical plane or the non-physical plane, because I mean they're totally different. But at the same time, neither one has ever provided evidence of a traditional demon, if you will. Absolutely, yeah, no, absolutely. I do agree, and there's been a lot of fucking, a lot of examples of that, right? A lot of examples of that. You look at germs, you look at carbon monoxide, you look at EMF, magnetic frequencies. There are so many things. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, and that's the metaphysical world, right? That explains more than the physical world, because humans are all about physicality, tangibility, tangible. You know, it's that filter's been placed, instilled in you when you were a child. That if it doesn't exist within that triad, the five senses, then it's not real. And then some people start to realize that's not true. And I say some people, not everybody, because it just doesn't exist outside the our senses. Hey, Dragon, how are you? Good to see you, man. And the demon debate has always been a heated one. Always, no matter what. Everybody has their opinion, and that's fine. I respect everybody's opinion. You know, because let's face it, because none of us really know. None of us really know the truth. You know, and we do have to leave everything open to understand better. Yeah, click the link. Come on, guys, click the link. I'll go for another half hour because, like I said, I have to be on 3 o'clock with the Central Mass Paranormal Society's paranormal happy hour. So I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Jaya, how are you? Good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you are well. Julie, I hope you've been really well. It's good to see you. By definition of tangibility, exactly. They do exist, but it's not a physical realm, right? It's not in the physical sort of within the five our known senses. There's so many different senses, obviously, but there are more outside the known that we have lost to domestication. Domestication's a big fucking proponent, right? I mean, there are many senses that we had before the human species started becoming domesticated. When we were a hunter-gatherer stage of our existence. But then when society started to change and filters were put in place, when we started to somewhat civilize and is it really domesticate the animal in the human in you and start to put those senses into a dormant state, into one that they don't want you to sort of understand anymore, because hey, we don't want you understanding everything. We want you under our control. We are your overlords. Yes, Friday. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, that's quite possible. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of things that have sort of displayed the fact that we could possibly be in assimilation, right? I mean, most notable, you look at, you know, movies. A lot of movies will kind of point that out. Some people will spend a lifetime talking it over. Yeah. Acerbating to the point. It's like, what's the fucking point anymore, right? I mean, it's tiresome. It's like trying to understand the universe or trying to, understand the size of the universe. I mean, it's ever expanding to the point. It's like we've kind of lost control of trying to understand it. I mean, we've got an idea, but we really don't. They like to say, "Well, yeah, we've got a handle on this. We know what's going on." This is what they haven't got a clue. I mean, you look, we're worried about fucking, exploring the universe, space, but we haven't got a fucking clue about our own oceans here on Earth. I mean, do we really know what's going on here on Earth? Do we really know? Can we fully conceive what's going on with the Earth? Do we really? I mean, is climate change a real thing? Is it? Sure, it's a real thing. But like anything in life here now, it's a money making scheme. It's a control scheme. That's not to say it's not happening, because it certainly is. Exactly, we're all doomed. But I mean, we can't predict. We honestly can't predict, no matter what the Earth is going to do next. We can't. I mean, you look at earthquakes, you look at all sorts of different weather patterns. We can kind of predict the hurricane, tornadoes, but we can't. It's loose. But that's the whole idea, to keep you in the dark. You're fucking in the dark. I've got you all heated now. I know you really want to. I know. I knew it would only be a matter of time before you came up. How's it going, James?
What's going? How are you doing?
Oh wow, man. Your volume is like. Just check your
low?
volume. Yeah, you're like distorted.
Ooh. Let's see.
Hold on. Let's see. Maybe I can.
Audio. Oh, that's why. How about that?
Still the same.
Distorted. I haven't changed anything.
Oh, it's just loud. Hold on a sec. Let me just check here. Okay, say something. Hold on. Let me just. Oh, yeah. Okay, say something.
Check.
Yeah, still got a little bit of distortion in the back there.
That was Wayne talking about.
Oh, look at this guy here. We got more trouble here. Look at this guy here.
There we go. Hey, Wayne.
Oh, we're in trouble now. Wayne's here. How you doing, mate?
More trouble? How dare you?
How you doing, Wayne?
Oh dear, I can't hear anything.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Seeing what's going on. Got no sound.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Cass. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try this. I didn't know what was going on. Sound. Hi-ho.
How's it going?
Yeah, very good.
So you can hear us now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
Awesome. Perfect. How you been keeping, man?
I've been keeping well.
Good to hear.
As well as can be, you know.
Of course. So, okay, you guys are okay, so I lit a fire. Let's go. Come on, James.
All I'm saying is I can't prove that a demon is real, but I can't dismiss it.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, that's an obvious thing. I mean, we can't.
Yeah.
We can't dismiss it. Hold on, maybe that's it. Let me just try this. Okay, say something now.
Those eggs were good.
Oh yeah, it's.
Is it? Hold on. Make sure everything's plugged in right.
Hey, Kickboxer, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's just really loud. I don't know what it is. A little bit of distortion going on.
Let me see. Go ahead and fill the gap there, Wayne.
Go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, am I okay? Is my voice coming through okay? My sound?
Yeah, your sound is good. You're good, bud. You're good.
Good.
I can hear you good.
How's James today?
Oh, just trying to figure out a little bit of this audio issue. What's it sound like now?
It sounds a little better. Yeah, hold on. Let me just bring you up here. Okay, say something.
Right. Check.
Okay, go ahead. No, we lost you.
Sounded good to me, or did sound good.
Oh, we lost them all together.
He's playing hide and seek with us at the moment, I think.
It sounds better. We don't hear him. There we go.
All right. Yeah, it was up a little too high in the settings.
There you go. All right, so go ahead.
Well,
Either or. Either or.
Yeah, apparently James is playing with something that's vibrating. I don't know what that could be.
That damn vibrator.
I got springs.
Supposed to remove it and change batteries.
Yeah, make sure you got those batteries changed, eh?
Always go rechargeable.
Yeah, rechargeable.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so James, you said, it's like prove or disprove. I mean, demons are, well, we can't say yes or no.
Pretty much. And most people are saying, oh, no, demons don't exist. Well, the people that are going out there and
Bless you.
pretending to be, choked by them or whatever and everything, oh my God, it said the name Jeff on here, it must be a demon in your house. People that are going out there doing that, using it as a bud word, trying to get attraction or scare somebody, that idea of a demon, no. Not at all. But an evil entity that is trying to hurt, well, we have humans like that. So why wouldn't there be spirits like that? You have good, you have bad. Whatever title, whatever name you give them, logically speaking, they would need to exist. But again, you have to make assumptions, because as far as spirits go, we have no clue what's out there. So almost everything we say is an assumption.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I'll concur to that.
I mean, that's the only logical thing that I can think of, and I've spent many hours thinking of that, weirdly enough. But that's what we do.
But I mean, when you look at the sort of the demon structure, if you will, that say an organized religion might give you, or so on and so on. Oh, don't say that particular name, or else, Then what are we talking? What are we saying here with that?
Where'd the name come from? I mean, where'd the idea of that particular character of being come from?
Yeah,
you got to look at that. I mean, did they take something? Did they find that one mushroom out there, and how they come up with it?
Exactly. What do you say, Wayne?
What do I say? I don't know. I think that once some of the names actually started in the Bible. I could be wrong, but as for demons, I'm completely unsure. I don't believe in demons myself. I think it's a bit far-fetched, and I also believe a lot of it comes from movies. Like we're living in parallel worlds and in a matrix and things like that. I just think it's all brought on by movies, and people tend to believe movies, no matter how bizarre or scientific they are.
I agree with Kickboxer, because there's been a couple of cases that I've dealt with where I remember one case in particular where a mother who had 3 children, and she was claiming that she was being possession of demons and demonic activity going on, and so on and so on, and quite literally she was screaming out because she was being abused, and she was backed into this sort of corner, into believing or making up this scenario that it was demonic, and all it takes is to have somebody who's able to talk with, not a psychiatrist, but somebody who's able to sort of deal with the mental aspects of it. Because I mean, let's face it, a lot of it is mental. A lot of this is mental, to the point where people are crying for help, and they have no idea who to cry to or what to cry about, and they will create this sort of world that includes these demonic sort of entities in a way to get your attention. Look, I need help, but nobody's willing to help me. This is what's happening.
True.
Right?
Is that a dog barking? Did you hear that?
It might be from my end. I'm not so sure. I think might be Donna cleaning in the kitchen. It sounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering.
Well, it sounds like she's scraping something that might sound like a dog barking. I don't know what.
Oh, okay. That explains it. Okay, so you're not harboring a demon there. Okay.
No, no, no.
You know, harboring a demon. Oh my god.
No, she's just stirring in the chips, apparently.
Gotcha. Well, there is another aspect to venture off into near-death experiences, astral projection, out-of-body experiences. There are accounts of this that go back. The early scrolls, early documents that predate Plato's time. They talk about other realms, other realities, heaven, hell, other beings. Most of the heavenly beings having EL related to their name somehow, denoting that it's an angel.
Yep.
Then you get to Plato, and he had a story of what was that guy's name? It was a soldier. I think was the name of the soldier. Yeah, it was an account of the soldier dying on the battlefield. Doesn't say who he was fighting. He did say that the place would be what we would call modern-day Turkey. So it was in that area. But it was just a story. It wasn't a real live account. But he talks about going through a tunnel, going to a place where other beings judged him, judged the others, and you either go through the upper tunnels for reward or through the lower tunnels back down to the planet for punishment. And after a period of time, you return, choose another life, and start all over again. You have your memory erased, but it was just a story. It wasn't an actual real-life account.
Yep.
But all of the elements in there, most of the elements in there are found billions of times in all of these near-death experience accounts all throughout history, which really didn't get popular in modern times till about the 70s.
Yeah.
But where do these particular elements keep showing up, even from children who have never been told anything about this, never read a book, were never explained any of this? How do they know the same elements? So where is this coming from?
What do you want?
Exactly. I agree. And I think the problem is in this day and age, when you hear demonic activity, demonic possession, demonic this, demonic that, it is being used as a way to sort of access some sort of profit, some sort of likes, and as you point, clicks and whatever. Because I look at a case I did not too long ago where an elderly couple had searched for, they had some weird stuff going on in their house, and I've mentioned this a few times on the show. They've had a few things happening in their house that they couldn't explain, and they were really, really freaked out, paranoid, and they reached out to this couple and said, "Hey, look, we have this going on," and the couple says, "Okay, well, we'll come in and assess your situation." So they come in and they assess the situation. They do their mojo, blah blah blah, and tell the elderly couple that their house, in fact, has some sort of demonic activity and needs to be cleansed. You're definitely shaking your head. Exactly.
That's what I was saying. That kind of demon. No.
Exactly. So anyways, they're like, of course. Well, we don't know what the fuck's going on. Do what you need to do, and let's, as long as you take care of it. Well, it's going to cost you $8,000, but we'll cleanse your house, and you should be fine. $8,000 later, they do their mojo, blah 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 blah.
God.
They leave, and then days later, the couple's still having the problem.
Why are these people not in jail?
Well, let me get to that. So anyhow, they in fact contacted these people again and said, "Look, whatever you didn't help. It's still going on. Nothing. Absolutely zero." They went to their lawyer, got the lawyer to sort of reach out and say, hey, look it, refund the money. If not, we're going to take you to court. They took him to court. They got their money back, thankfully. They reached out to me and asked me what the problem might be. I went in there. We went in there and we assessed the house, and automatically the first thing that came up with what the problem what they were having was a pipe. When there was water pressure going through, would fucking bang in the socket underneath in the basement. And I pointed it out to them. Is this what you're experiencing? They're like, that's exactly what it is. So there's your demon right there. There's what you paid $8,000 to get rooked. And this is an ongoing problem. It's sad, but it's true. It happens all the time. And this is what I mean. I've had so many claims of demonic activity and have been able to explain to these people, this is your demonic activity. Doesn't mean that there may not be some sort of demonic sort of evilness going out there, but in the sense that we're peddling it now, it's very explainable.
Dragon says plumbing demons are terrible.
Exactly.
And I wasn't laughing at the people. I was laughing at the gall and the audacity of these people to charge $8,000. Really?
Yeah. People.
Go ahead.
No, it's a sad world, James, and people will utilize. They will exploit this stuff because, quite literally, this segment of life is the Wild West still. There's no regulation.
Not really.
There's none. I mean, people they run when they hear the word regulation. And quite literally, I don't want to hear regulation, but you know what? If you want people to understand what is real and what's not, what are you going to do?
Well, that's why we have debunkers. We have to have them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say debunkers don't cash in on that shit too, but I mean,
even debunkers are getting classed as fake as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so, and there again, we fall into this issue that I was talking about earlier. You have good ones and you have bad ones.
Yeah. But each and every one of them have their points and views and opinions of what's right, what's wrong, and what's fake, and how using equipment such as Dado goes into how certain teams investigate using different equipment, such as going to the DR60, which we all know is faulty, but yet virtually a lot of investigation teams that are usually fake always use them, and they know how to what's the word I'm looking for? They know how to use them, sort of thing, to
parlor tricks.
Yeah.
I can't understand why people still use those DR60s. I really can't.
If they're using a DR60, then they are not taking any scientific measures whatsoever.
No. God, no. I can't. The DR60 has been around for a shitload a long time, and from the beginning I said, this is just pure bullshit. But
I think it was 93, was it?
Yeah. It's been around for a long time, man.
Exactly. I mean, surely they must know themselves of the recordings that they have that they're not right. They're not working properly. I mean,
the software was trash. The CPU on it was trash. Yeah. The whole thing was just the circuitry was built in such a way that it interfered with itself, creating more noise.
Yeah, exactly. And when you hear them speaking back on the recording, and it just sounds dreadful, and that's just their own voices, let alone a demonic voice. It sounds like trash.
Tom, you're absolutely right. Sometimes a plumber is cheaper.
Yeah, he'd been close to the 8,000 to fix the pipe, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go. But I want you guys before we go, James and Wayne. How do you guys look at the paranormal? How, like James and then Wayne? what's your views on the paranormal as a whole?
Paranormal, if you look at the word, and I've defined this many times, the para pretext means it's like something else, like paramilitary. It's not the military, but it's like the military. So paranormal is, it's not normal, but it's like something normal. Mm-hmm. So I guess anything in the uncanny valley could be paranormal. But my view on it, we don't know how much we don't know. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem with it. We have no clue what's outside of this because our senses pick up such a small amount of this universe. There could be anything standing right in front of you right now that your molecules don't interact with, and you would have no way of knowing because your senses can't pick it up. Mm-hmm. So yep. I can't dismiss anything in the paranormal, but I'm not going to say anything's definite until I find a way to prove it.
And that's the thing. I mean, we have to understand. I mean, you can't disprove it. Much of what's going on, you can't disprove it. So I mean, it's left open, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't sit there. Well, no, it's not true, but you can't disprove it. So you can't say that. Wayne, how about you?
It's all paranormal. It's just as far as I'm aware. And my beliefs in it, it's all things that we don't know, anything of the unknown that we can't work out what's what, whether it be down to electrical signals, earth signals, magnets that might be causing something that we just cannot explain, from tricks of the mind to seeing things out your corner of your mind, from pareidolia to anything. So it's just basically anything that you can't explain yourself, you know. Anything that you don't have an answer for, from things moving that might be related to something like having a wet surface on the table, you know, vibrations and things like that.
So quite literally, it's a state where, you know, currently science isn't able to explain it, but quite possibly will be able to down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? Hey, guys, I will be on the Central Paranormal Society, Central Mass Paranormal Society. Their happy hour at 3 p.m. Pop on over. Links in the chat somewhere. But you know what? Go subscribe and come over and say hi. That's at 3 p.m. 8 p.m. UK time.
Will do.
Until then, guys, thank you, James and Wayne, for popping on up.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks.
Always great to see you guys. Take care, guys.
You too.
Have a good one.
Bye now.
Everybody in chat, take care.